Hi everybody, this is Mary for Stampin' Camp with Mary, and today is There's a Card Thursday. And I want to show you how to do a simple card. I haven't been using a lot of Very Vanilla lately, and I really needed to use up some Very Vanilla because I'm almost out of Whisper White. And being on the road, I'm gotta get an order in, but until then I'm going to try to be using my Very Vanilla. So I wanted to show you doing the Very Vanilla. I also want to show you how to make those little daisies. So what are we going to be needing here? We're going to be using the Daisy Lane stamp set. For ink, we're going to be using Crushed Curry, Memento Black, and we're going to be using the Early Espresso Stampin' Right marker. I'm going to be using a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 Very Vanilla. I'm also going to be using a small piece of Terracotta scrap. I am going to be using a 5.5 by 4.25 piece of Crushed Curry. I am going to be using the Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper. I am going to be using the medium daisy punch and the pretty label punch. Also, of course, glue dots and Stampin' Dimensionals that I just cut up, and I know they're here because I just cut them. I mean, where's my... Oh well, I'll find them, I'm sure. Ha, they're here someplace. Okay, so the first thing I am going to do is I am going to make my daisies. Okay, so we only need 2 daisies with the black, the center darker. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stamp 4 daisies first. I'm going to do 6 daisies total. I'm going to stamp 4 daisies first with just the crushed curry. Okay? Now you can get 6 daisies on this size sheet. You actually could get 7 if you wanted to really squeeze them in. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to ink this up with the crushed curry. Now you can do this because the crushed curry is lighter than the Early Espresso. You can't ink the Early Espresso and then put the crushed curry on, or else you get Early Espresso there. But I'm going to put the Early Espresso over the crushed curry. And this isn't contaminating this because the crushed curry, again, is lighter than the Early Espresso. And I'm going to stamp that. Then I'm going to clean it off. Okay. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put the Early Espresso, and, or I mean the crushed curry, and then the Early Espresso. Okay. And I'm going to stamp that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my medium daisy punch. Need to clean these off. Taking the medium daisy punch, and I'm going to punch these out. And that's why you want to have them perpendicular, because then they set up really nicely to punch out with this punch. If you had them crossways, they're not as easy to punch out. You sometimes have to cut around them. Slight pressure, move it around. There we go. Now how we're going to put these together is we're going to grab our glue dots. And I put 3 of them together. Now you could do 2. Could do it like that. But sometimes, as you can see, they get just a little off center. I like doing 3, so it's a total flower. So on the back of one of these, I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots. If you put 1 glue dot, sometimes it moves, it twists. 2 will make sure it doesn't twist. So I usually just hold down 1 like that, and then put the other one on, and then I'm going to do the 3rd one. And again, just do a couple of glue dots. And again, and if you got any holes or something, this is where you would put them over that. There. And then now you could put on some of the faceted gems, color it with the darker Stampin' Blends, or you can just put them over there, or you could put some rhinestones or something on there. I am not going to, because I'm going to send these. If you have rhinestones or something like that, or the faceted gems, it costs a little extra to send them through the U.S. mail. So I'm not going to do it on this one. If you ever receive a faceted gem or rhinestones from me, you know you're special. And there I go. Okay. And just want this a little bit, yeah, over there. There. And again, just going to finger it up. Okay, now I'm taking my Very Vanilla. I'm going to make that a card base. Card base is when you fold it in. I'm going to take my Mosaic Mood, and I like this one because this one looks like it has, could be daisies. I mean, they're flowers, but I like that side. The other side is the hummingbirds. I like this side because I think this goes really well with the daisies. And I'm just going to put those right like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take each of the flowers, put a couple of, now depending upon where you are, you may want to use liquid glue. There we go. Now, I just wanted to add a little more spot of color here. So I'm going to take my Smile and I'm going to, and you could do probably like that, but I think it needs a little more pizzazz. So I'm going to use the Pretty Label punch that out. Put a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals on this. And there you go. Now remember to follow me on YouTube. Everything you need is listed down below, and you can just click on that and that'll bring you to my shop page. And I would really appreciate it if you enjoy my videos that you shop with me for your Stampin' Up needs. So thanks for visiting and happy stamping. Bye-bye.